Welcome back to Wicked F150. Today we're going to be doing another interior light mod. This is going to be the ring kit from F150LEDs for the cup holder area and the gear shift if you don't have one, the little empty slot. It is for either one because it just goes underneath. We'll go over that on the install, but it'll go along with the interior ambient lighting kit that I got from F150LEDs. So the colors will match and everything like that. Now the interior ambient lighting kit, of course you can change the colors and all of that, which I have shown. I will put the card for the install up here and at the top, and going through the color changes. I did that in a different video because I missed it in the install, so I'll also put a card for that here. But we're going to go ahead and do this one. This one is a solid color. If you go to purchase this, you do have to pick the color that you want. The ring kit is only one color. You can't change, which is kind of a downside, I guess, a little bit, but I only leave one color on the ambient lighting kit anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. But let's go ahead and get to show you what comes in and then the install. So this is what you get in the package. You get, of course, the ring kit itself and then instructions. It does come with instructions, but of course you should go over this video or the video on their YouTube channel, F150LEDs, to follow the install. It makes it a little easier so you can actually see it instead of reading it on a piece of paper. But this is what you get. These will be the wires that go underneath here. And this is what you're going to route over to the passenger side fuse box in the corner. Now, to do this, to start, you just open your glove or center console, pop this up. I am using a plastic trim removal because, yes, I'm not going to see if I mess this up at all because it's, inside the middle console. But I still don't want to mess up any of the plastic or anything. You could use a pin prying tool or something like that, anything to get up underneath there. All right, so this is to finish the cup holder rings from F150LEDs. So you can see them right there. They kind of have to be up that high to really get it to glow. If you push them down, like it is right here and that side right here, they don't shine through. Of course, it's pinched underneath. So what I'm going to do is remove this whole trim and 3M tape it to the back side right on, because there's a ridge in here right up underneath. It's just not sitting on this plastic piece on the ridge. It's fallen off. So I'm going to 3M it to this piece, the trim, the whole piece. So we're going to take that out. All you got, it's all clips. Loosen this like the rest of it. Of course, I'm going to use a plastic trim removal tool instead of just prying up. It's a lot easier. That way I don't have to do it so hard with my fingers to break anything. And then once you pry this up, you just pull it back and wiggle it until these corners pop off. It's going to take some work, and I'm not going to be able to video it, do it myself. Can't do that and video at the same time. So I'm telling you how. Pry these up, which is in the rest of the video. There you go. See? Done. This side. So now we're just going to keep it up like this and wiggle to get these corners to pop. All right, so it's out. See the clip? That's why you just pull out on it. Let's see if we can get down in here to see that right there. That is where the clip goes into. So we're going to see how much of a pain it is to get back together. And I'll show you guys that part when we get to it. But if you see here, this little trim right here, the ring, the edge that it has, that's where I'm going to be putting in the light. So it'll sit right on there. Perfect. So that way it actually really shines through up underneath. I'm going to take this inside and do that with 3M and go through that. All right, so we have, as you can see, the lights 3M'd a whole way around. I didn't have any of the real thin stuff left. I used all that through, a bunch of mods. But, so the only thing I had left, I believe that's 1/2 inch thick. As you can see, it covers the whole little chrome plastic plate that they have underneath there. But I went around the edge and just took the extra that there is around the outer edge. So I'm hoping that will work, and it'll still, all the clips will still fit in snug. If you can see, I did cut around the clips in the centers on both sides. Of course, I want it to still be tight. So let's get it installed and see how it works. All right, so it's in. Really had no issues getting it back in. These end pieces, they are a little tough just because of how they angle and slide in then. Just do one side at a time. Started with this side, I'm on this side, and then went over to that one. You just have to angle it right and slide it in, make sure you get that clip inside of there. And no issues. Then getting it put back down, that's my issue. It was such a pain to get it back down. And I'm not a real big fan of being able to see all this wire. You know, yes, it's underneath and it's against the trim, whatever you want to call it. But I can still see it. I mean, look at it. It's clear as day. I don't know how I feel about that. But, I mean, we'll see a night shot here and see how it looks. But, I mean, it's in. This is as tight as it's going to get. This piece, if you can see, no, right here. This in the middle is a little raised. You can see there's a little bit of a gap. I can't get that down. There's no clip. The front piece here slides down into a slot. There's no clip, but there's a clip here underneath that latches in. It's latched. I mean, see? And that's how easy it was for me to just pop up the front. See? It's not as secure as I would like it to be, which is kind of an issue in my opinion. I don't like that. I want it to stay down and not be able to push on this. I don't like that. But that's only me. I mean, if you're coming in here and you're looking at it, you're sitting here, you can't tell. So, I mean, there's that, but I'm not the biggest fan of it at the moment. Just on how that sits. I do like the wires, just how I had it before doing this. I had little pieces that would light up because they were high enough up on here where they are now to shine through. So it in the daylight, they look orange, but orangish. At night, it is red. It does match the ambient lighting that I already have installed. So, I mean, we'll see what it looks like at night. Okay, so it is all hooked up now. I wanted to take a minute to show you guys how I did the wiring. So, of course, to start inside the corner here, ran it down, and you can see the wire coming out there. That's the best I could do at the moment. I'm sure you could run it the whole way down here, which is, I believe, how they said about it. F150 LEDs on their video is to run it in through here the whole way, but I don't want to pop this back up and have to redo the wire again. So I just pulled it out here. That little inch of wire that you can see is not a big deal to me. And I ran it inside this plate here. You can just pull out towards you and it pops off. I ran the wire inside there. The big fuse piece is sitting right in here. You can feel it has a little more room right here. So that's where that little box is set. And I ran it the rest of the way. And then up behind this little fiber piece to the bolt. That's the bolt you're going to use to ground it. Right there, it's 10 millimeter. And the instructions say to use fuse 23, but that's the one at the top. I'm already using that for the interior ambient lighting kit. So I used fuse number 32. It's for the sync system and all of that. That is the 6th one up on the left-hand side from the bottom. It's another 10 amp, which is what you need to use. I use that one, and then just zip tie the rest of the wire and shoved it in the corner underneath the carpet a little bit there. So you're not going to be able to see it or anything like that. And then you just put the fuse box right back on, line it up in the holes here. These clips right there, just line those up and you're done. Let's test it out. And here they are. So, this is how they look at night. I mean, at night, I do love them. I mean, this is exactly what they're supposed to look like. This is how I wanted them to look. I mean, I just wish the center would go down and I couldn't see all this wire all the time, you know? I will see how it takes maybe getting some used to. See how, if I change my mind about it or anything. But, I mean, it does look good. From the passenger side, same thing. It does look good, and it does match the ambient lighting. It does. If you could see the actual light itself, not just the glow. It does match. It's the same shade, same color. Now, of course, these in the cup holder do not change colors. You order your one specific color that you want, and that's what you got. And these lights here, the rings. They are supposed to be coming out with an updated version. So I'll take a look at them. Those would be the MK2 whenever they do come out. But to me, the first version, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they do exactly what they're supposed to do. They are bright. They look great at night. They absolutely do, and which is when it counts. I mean, you can't tell that they're on during the day at all. And I love that it matches. That's my biggest thing. I didn't want two different colors in such a small space that looks like shit. But I hope you guys liked the video. If you have any questions, of course, comments, link in the comments below. Of course, as usual with every mod that I've done, always in the description below. Have a great week. Hit the like, subscribe. See y'all next time.